I watched our brother brag about stealing family money. The whole time, our grandpa was planning his revenge from the grave. When grandpa passed away, he left his fortune to me and my brother Gaynor to split equally. The catch? We had to use part of it to care for our disabled mom, who'd been battling breast cancer for 15 years. I trusted Gaynor completely, until 6 months later, when mom called me crying. Her caregiver quit because they hadn't been paid in weeks. Turns out Gaynor had transferred everything to his accounts and bought a huge house in another state, and he thought he'd gotten away with it completely, but he was exposed by his own ego. 2 weeks later at mom's birthday dinner, Gaynor stood up in front of 20 family members and declared, "I want to make an announcement," swaying slightly. Some of you might have heard rumors about family finances. Well, I want to set the record straight. The restaurant went quiet. Mom looked terrified in her wheelchair. I made some tough decisions about mom's care situation. Sometimes you have to prioritize long-term wealth building over short-term comfort. Aunt Lisa's mouth fell open. "Gaynor, what are you saying?" "I'm saying I moved mom to a more practical facility and invested the savings into real estate. It's called financial responsibility." Uncle Seat threw his napkin down and stormed out. 3 more relatives followed. Gaynor raised his glass to the remaining shocked faces. To those who understand business, he had no idea how hard it would backfire. The next month, Gaynor quit his 6-figure law job. He was burning every bridge, thinking he'd never need them again. Each move was more reckless than the last. Then came Christmas dinner, where Gaynor brought photo albums of his new mansion. "Italian Carrara marble," he announced, passing around pictures. "Same quarry that supplied Michelangelo." Mom tried to interrupt from her wheelchair. "Gaynor, honey, I've been thinking about that money. Maybe we should—" "Mom, everything's under control. You raised a smart boy." But Gaynor was too drunk on his own success to notice the disgusted faces around the table. By New Year's Eve, our family group chat had gone silent whenever Gaynor was mentioned. But instead of taking the hint, he doubled down. "You know what I love about success?" he told me, gesturing at his designer watch. "It separates the visionaries from the small thinkers." That's when I got the call that would change everything. "There's been a development with your grandfather's estate," the lawyer said, his voice unusually formal. "We need both siblings present for a supplemental reading. Your grandfather left very specific video instructions for this exact situation." When I told Gaynor, he actually laughed out loud. "More money? This just keeps getting better. Maybe I'll buy that yacht I've been looking at." We arrived at the law office the following Wednesday. Immediately, the lawyer dimmed the lights and turned on a large screen behind his desk. Suddenly, there was Grandpa, propped up in his hospital bed, staring directly at the camera. "If Gaynor is sitting in that chair thinking this is about more money," Grandpa said, and Gaynor's eager expression shifted to confusion, "then everything is going according to plan." Gaynor started to speak, but Grandpa continued. "What you don't know, son, is that I've been monitoring the inheritance account since the day I died." Gaynor's face went white. "You transferred $847,000 to purchase a house at 672 O'Connell Street," Grandpa said, reading from a paper. "You moved your disabled mother to a state facility to save money, and you sent her a text saying she should have planned better for retirement." The room was dead silent. Gaynor jumped up. "This is ridiculous." He was clearly— "Sit down, Gaynor." "Yes, you. I know you're standing right now claiming I was senile." Gaynor froze mid-stand, then slowly sank back down. "The inheritance contract included a fraud protection clause. If either grandson steals from the other or from Eleanor's care fund, the entire inheritance transfers to Willowbrook Care Center." My stomach dropped. "That's right," Grandpa continued. "Every penny is now funding your mother's wing. Your mother will receive lifetime platinum care, all expenses paid." I smiled. Gaynor shot up again. "You can't do this. I have a mortgage. I have payments." "About that house," Grandpa's voice continued calmly. "Since it was purchased with stolen funds, it's being seized for restitution. You'll receive eviction papers within 72 hours. Gaynor started hyperventilating. What Grandpa said next stopped him from ever speaking again. Full story on channel, link below.